Hello and welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Okay, today's video is actually a heat transfer video of sorts. I thought I would share with you something else that you can do with your heat press, which is very, very cool. Okay, you know that you can do digital heat transfers, you can do vinyl plotter cut transfers, you can do custom screen printed Plastisol transfers, you can do a lot of stuff with your heat press machine. But there's also another thing that you can do which is pretty cool, and those are iron-on patches. These are basically embroidered or stitched patches which have an adhesive on the back. Okay, and when you press it in the heat press against the garment, the adhesive will tack up. It becomes kind of liquid-like, and it goes into the fabric. And then when it cools off, it will adhere the patch to your fabric. So there are all kinds of pre-made patches that you can get. You can order these online, you can find them from different suppliers online, and actually, believe it or not, if you go to trade shows, you can actually, some of the screen printing trade shows, when you go to the trade show, there's vendors that sell them on the floor for cash, and they're pretty cheap, and you don't have to pay shipping. So it's kind of cool sometimes to go to the trade shows just to pick up little goodies like this. That's where I got mine. And that's it. It's a pretty simple thing. We're going to do two today. I'm going to do a hoodie. I'm going to press a big patch on a hoodie, a nice heavy hoodie, okay? And then I'm also going to put a little patch on a pair of jeans in the pocket, okay? And that's it. So let's move into the heat press area and get set up and show you how that works. Okay, so it's time to get down to business here. I will turn on the heat press. Let it heat up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And this particular patch vendor said, about 30 seconds at 350. I would think with a heavy adhesive patch, probably more time is better than less time. So, just being careful not to scorch the garment or ruin the fabric, okay? And it's important to note, for the denim, I'm going to put this in the pocket. I'm going to put a little skull and bones on the pocket. What I did is I cut some cardboard out so that I can stick it in the pocket, which will raise this area that's going to be pressed in the press so that it keeps nice and good pressure up on the area that I'm pushing the patch in. We want to get that thick adhesive to embed itself in the fabric. Okay, so let's get set up on the heat press and get to pressing. Okay, so here we are with the first one. We've got the hoodie. This is a heavy, hoodie with a thermal lining. The heavier the garment is for a patch, the better it's going to be. Okay, and you're going to want, for a hoodie, you're going to probably want to set it down a little bit because, the hood's going to come down a little. So you don't want it to be way up under there. All right, so you get your positioning correct. It's really hard to see what's going on with this hoodie. Very difficult to see. That looks about right, All right, so I'm going to use my craft paper just to protect the patch, the top of it, so it doesn't get dirty. It's probably going to get all wrinkled and stuff, but it's okay. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're going to do about 30 seconds. And as you can see, I have really, really, really high pressure. I'm pushing it in as much as possible. And it's so much pressure that, it was a little hard to put down. Okay, I got my little digital timer because the timer on my unit doesn't work very well. Okay, so let's see what's going on. My paper didn't get very wrinkled, but it has a little sublimation occurred there from the black. Wow, okay, that's, you know what, I think that is in there. So that looks good. I think that's fine. Looks like it really got pressed in really good, so that's exactly what you want. It almost looks flush to the to the hoodie now. All right, so I'm gonna let that cool a second, and then I'll pull it off, and we're gonna do the denim. Okay, so here we have the denim. Now, for the denim, I had to release some of the pressure on the heat press, the heating element, because it was too much. There was no way I was going to be able to do that with this little build up in here. I have a couple pieces of cardboard to build this up so that the area that I'm pressing the little patch to is nice and flat and raised against, the rest of it. So this is the area that's going to be receiving most all the pressure, and that's what you want. All right, so I'm just going to use a little bit of this to protect the patch. And then we're going to do 30 seconds about. Okay, and again, if you're in parts of the country where there's high humidity, you probably want to pre-press the garments to get rid of some of the moisture that will be in, thick 100% cotton denim and stuff like that. So, use high pressure, high heat, and more is better than less, I think. So let's see. Okay, so there it is. And that one too is pretty embedded in there. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to let these cool off a little bit, and then we'll show you what it looks like a little closer. Okay, so there you have it, another educational video by Catspit Productions. Here is the finished product. You can see the patch actually went in there really nice. Okay, and I even did a little crest. Okay, so put it on, check it out. Okay, got that. Got this here, little hoodie action. All right, pretty cool. And the hoodie's down. Not too bad, right? All right, and of course, you've got the denim. Pretty cool. And it's on there. You know what I'm saying? You could actually have somebody stitch around the edges, but these days, these patches, there's a lot of adhesive on there, and as long as you press it with a lot of pressure at 350 and give it plenty of time, you get it impregnated in there, kind of like I did. It's really pushed in. That stuff is going to last for some time. So that's it. All right, thanks a lot for watching the video. It's getting a little warm in here for this. I really appreciate you guys checking out my videos. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, thumbs up, and as always, please subscribe. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.